Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys my final recap and final impressions on Yuki Yuna wa Yuusha de Aru,勇者の章, or you could call it Yuki Yuna is a hero, the hero chapter, which is on episode 6. Now, this episode right here, the way how it went and the way how it ended, I believe that was the perfect ending to maybe to the entire series of Yuki Yuna in general, because I really believe if anything is supposed to have possibly a great ending to a certain series in general, I think this is the perfect one to actually end it off on. Although the aftermath and future could be unknown to the series, I think it was a great ending. So if anything else, let's go. We have to it that that our heroines Sonoko, Togo-san, Fu-senpai, Itsuki-chan, and Karin-chan decides to work together to try to solve this problem. We have to it that Karin-chan along with Itsuki and Sonoko decides to try to hold off the attack as best they can, while Togo-san and Itsuki Fu-senpai decides to go after Yuna and rescue her. While we have to it that the Taisha members are dissolving into wheat, I believe, or the dissolving in general, we have to it that Fu-senpai decides to use her ability to make a giant sword and make a path for Togo-san to save Yuna. And we have to it that Togo-san managed to reach Yuna in time, but she is literally trying to come to her and rescue her and ask her to tell the truth. Like, if you need help, just say it. Like, what do you really want to do? Togo-san asked Yuna-chan. Yuna-chan says that she's scared and she doesn't want to be separated from anyone. And we have to it that they almost reach each other, but a barrier blocks them. And we have to it that Yuna's soul ends up being consumed or something like that, or dissolved, and she's unable to move, and possibly she might have died. But we have to it that Togo-san remembering a lot of things, saying these things in her mind, saying that I don't want a world where I sacrifice my friends for my happiness or for other people. I don't like it. It's too sad. And we have to it that somehow, when it comes to Togo-san giving up on hope, we have to it that other spirits of heroes or previous heroes show up to Togo's aid and end up touching the barrier. And we have to it that, of course, Itsuki-chan, Sonoko-san, and Karin-chan and Fu-senpai are exhausted and can't really fight anymore. While Togo-san ends up seeing the other previous heroes and possibly other people who sacrificed their lives, is we have to it that they ask Shiju-sama to put your trust in people, and that we will decide to choose what path of human is from now on. And we have to it that Yuna's soul, apparently, or astral layer part, whatever it is somehow restored and gets hugged by Togo-san and is crying in despair because she doesn't know what's going to happen to the world. And we have to it somehow that Yuki whatsoever ends up forming an egg around Togo-san and Yuna ends up having some kind of hero power that allows her to push herself beyond and over and clash against the flame, the very core up into the sky, whatever that thing is. And we have to it that she delivers a powerful Yuusha punch, and we see to it that I think everything else is about to be restored, apparently. As for Yuki, Yuna's protector, ends up disappearing or possibly dying. And we have to it that all the girls are pretty much back to where they are after Yuna delivered that final punch and having a little small talk or one last conversation with Yuki, which Yuki never says anything. We have to it that they're all back to their lives right now, and we have to it that that certain news are coming around and chaos is really going out of control. And one of the narrators of the series, or should I say, one of the teachers that became a mentor to Togo-san and Sonoko-san, along with Gin, apparently, ends up narrating that with the land of the god has perished, and having to lose its protection, humanity must learn to survive on limited resources. And there will be chaos, but I think this was the best outcome. Even right now, everyone, even though like the decision that the girls made is something that she's really proud of, you know? And we had to it that the new era will be for our children will like cause some problems, and adults will take like responsibilities. This is how it must be. And we have to it that the girls are happy with the Hero Club back in action, and each Fu Senpai graduates, etc. And it ends up with the picture with all 6 heroines taking a picture and giving a peace sign by saying, it's been fun, etc. in a certain way. And the way how it ended off with the simple message eventually ends up saying, I hope your days are very peaceful, or I hope your days are peaceful, and it ends up with Hero Chapter. So, it looks like to me, Yuna was close to being sacrificed already, but of course somehow the spirits of other previous heroes shows up and ask Shinju-sama to let humanity decide what course of action they must take, and don't decide for them. And eventually, Yuna does transform eventually and defeats that main core whatsoever, that flame of aspiration, whatever that thing is, and everything's back to normal. Although humanity will struggle on limited resources since they don't have the protection of Shinju-sama no more, but they will like continue to thrive on and have the adults guide the children to a certain place. So yeah. And the way how it ended off right here with humanity going on its own feet without protection of a god and having to survive off of limited resources, I think this was a perfect way to possibly end the series in general. Although the aftermath and everything else is still unknown to the series, I think it was a perfect ending. So yeah, pretty much the heroines are still fights against the enemy, but gets overpowered. But with the help of Togo-san and Fu-senpai having to work together with the other 3, they managed to like save Yuna-chan, who was almost close to being sacrificed to a god. But with the help of other previous hero spirits, they managed to save Yuna-chan. Yuna-chan somehow transforms into a powerful hero, delivers a powerful hero punch, and saves everyone. While the aftermath is that the land of the god, or Shinju-sama, is perished, humanity will continue to strive on its own feet and learn how to grow on its own. So that's pretty much the case right there. But the way how it ended off with humanity going to continue to grow on its own feet, and with the Hero Club continuing on, even with like Itsuki being the leader and Fu Senpai being in high school, I think it was a perfect way to end it. Let me tell. Maybe it's because like because I think the land of the god has perished, or he's really gone. This is the way how to say like humanity would strive on its own feet and will not need any protection. They will decide what to do eventually, even though there's chaos. And like I said, with the land of the god, or Shinju-sama and the Taisha gone for good, or gone, I think this was a good way to end it off. Although it was a happy ending, etc., I still believe there could be some more aftermath or maybe other stuff to show later in the future. But we'll have to see. Anyways, it was a pretty good series. Although like the way how it ended, like I say, was a perfect ending for possibly Yuki Yuna in general. But maybe that's just my opinion. What's my score for this one for the sequel to Yuki Yuna, the Hero Chapter? I believe I'll give it maybe a 6 to 7 out of 10. I mean, like, it was pretty good, and the way how it ended, I thought it might be a tragic ending, but instead it was like something about like heroic spirits, previous heroes helping Togo-san out, telling Togo-san that we will decide what we should do for the humanity itself. But yeah, you guys get the point if you watch the episode. Thought it was fun. Thought the way how it ended was a good way to end the series in general, possibly. But we'll have to see if they want to continue from here on out. Because Shinju-sama and many other and the Taisha are really gone. If they are permanently gone, I think this is the good way how to end it. I mean, what else is there to try to bring them back somehow? But we'll have to see. So, yeah, like I said, I think this was the perfect ending for the entire series in general. But that's just my opinion. So, until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So, I'm out for Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toodaloo!